Hello, thank you for joining me once again. This is Andres Garcia from constructormarketing.com. We offer very powerful and comprehensive online marketing strategies specifically to construction companies, contractors, home builders, and the like. In this video, we're going to be going over intelligent search engine optimization strategy, which has been devised specifically for you. And of course, will be further customized after we get in touch and get started. This one has been one of the trickier videos to put together because realistically, I can come up with a 10-part series with each video being 2 hours or longer about all the lines between the lines of search engine optimization. I want to give you an overview, enough information so you understand the power, but I don't want your eyes to glaze over and just bore you completely out of your mind. And so let's just jump right into it. Look, the goal here with search engine optimization, or with organic search engine optimization, our goal is unpaid web traffic. And of course, it comes from first page rankings, but the way that we go about attaining those first page rankings really gets into a lot more than just search or than just getting first page rankings, meaning that we are expanding your online presence in a way that we will be able to pull traffic on a consistent basis, pull website visitors on a consistent basis from a variety of sources, which will continue to come month after month after month without you having to pay. It's a way to sort of to maximize the return on the overall investment, a way to generate leads. Like, even if you decided to stop all paid marketing activities, the goal is that you'll still be able to generate several leads per month just from your organic search engine optimization. One thing that is definitely worth stating, and this may or may not make sense. It depends on how much you know about search engine optimization overall. We do not attempt to quote unquote fool the search engines. Okay, that's something that has been that was really prevalent. Really, even now, many companies are trying to fool the search engines in order to attain those first page rankings. That's not what we're trying to do. Ultimately, we want to work with Google and around sort of what Google wants, because Google, the people of Google, they're constantly and continually refining their search engine algorithms. So if you go out and you're using black hat methods, or spam methods, or these sorts of sort of low quality or cheesy tactics, Google is getting better at uncovering these tactics and sort of eliminating those people from search results almost altogether, or at least devaluing all the work that has been done up to this point. And actually, let me show you an example here. This is a website that I found while I was researching 5-star home improvements, and they are okay. So here we go. 5-star home improvements. As you can see, they're on page 2, which it's decent. I mean, only about 2% of search visitors will go beyond page 1, but out of 4.4 million search results, I guess that's not horrible. So one thing that I wanted to show you guys here is that they are on page 2, on the 3rd spot on page 2. So overall, they're in the 13th spot in the search engine. And one of the things that matters in search engine optimization is link building. Okay. So the number and the quality of links that you're building, this can help you get a boost in search engines. Or according to Google's eyes, the more links from other websites that you have pointing back to your site, the more relevant your content is, or at least that's the way that it was. So in terms of the amount of effort that has been put forth for the first 5 pages of the website, out of all the local websites, which is websites that are here in the Rochester area, not counting places, giant websites like Yelp or Thumbtack, which have millions of links literally. This one has the most amount of links, 2,171 links from 106 root domains. Okay, so if the amount of links was the only thing that mattered, they should definitely be ranking on the first page. As you can see, the #1 search result has only 6 root domains linking to it. A total of about 1,000 links, but only 6 root domains. So 6 different websites in all are connecting to that website that's on the top spot versus 106, which is a great deal more. So in order to do a little bit more research, in order to explain, again, what this is governing is, like, we're not attempting to fool the search engines, because linking is the amount of links, or the quality of links that you're building is something that matters. We're out there building links that are relevant to your business and have a likelihood of giving you additional exposure and driving relevant visitors back to your site. So if you look here, these guys have a link from this website here, and they have several of these. This is just one of several. This is written in Japanese. Okay, so this is just some random website on the internet, which is owned by some company based out of Japan. It's a strong website in terms of domain authority, a strong website in terms of page authority, meaning that they have a lot of links pointing to this website. But as you can see, the content, it's all in Japanese. What's the likelihood that somebody is going to find this company on this Japanese website? There's not that many Japanese people in Rochester. This is just, so that was a link that was built for this company. And I believe, yeah, they have some, I don't know, I've never heard of these guys. They have this company here, Social Media Managers, Inc. So that link was built specifically for the purpose of attempting to rank on the first page. But other than that, it's a completely irrelevant link. Those sorts of tactics used to work. They used to work. But Google, the very, very smart people at Google, have sort of figured this out and are now either removing any strength that link used to give, or even penalizing websites that have that sort of link building strategy. So hopefully you sort of understood that. If not, again, you can contact me and I'll get you into I can get into more detail as to why that's not something that we do. Those sorts of links, which are sort of completely irrelevant. If we're going to build a link, we're building a link. We're putting your website in places that are either relevant to your industry or relevant to the local market, so there's a good chance that people will find that link and click through back to your website. In the past, the main factors in deciding because look, I mean, what Google has to do is they have to analyze 4.4 million search results and decide who is the most relevant. So who should go on top? So it's important that we understand as much as we can about that algorithm and work within the guidelines or within the sort of decision-making process that Google has set forth. So what Google is moving a lot more towards is social metrics. So especially for local search results, how active are you on the social networks? How many followers do you have? How much are people interacting with your content? And how many quality links from relevant sources, editorial links? So the way that Google has always had in mind was, okay, what Google has always had in mind is, yes, links matter, but those links should not be paid links. Okay, Google doesn't want people to just go out there and be able to create their own links. They're not going to they don't want to base their decision off of self-created links. Google wants, so for example, if a blogger in your area found your content useful and they put it on their own blog, like, hey, this is a great article, you guys should read it. That's the sort of link that Google wants to give credit. And they're getting better and better at finding out which links are real and which links are fake. So the best way to go about link building and search engine optimization is to play within the rules. To play within, to sort of follow what Google wants and have it be an organic process. And our focus is on building an audience of people that are both in your industry and potential future customers, because that way we can have organic growth and organic links. Ultimately, our approach to search engine optimization is to find strategies of link building that are dual, that will give you multiple benefits. So the benefit of potentially driving traffic back to your site while structuring that content in order to dominate. In some local markets, and this is not the case for every keyword in every market. New York City is going to be a lot different than some small town in South Dakota. New York City obviously is going to be a lot more competitive. There's going to be a lot more websites competing for relevant keywords. South Dakota is probably not going to be as competitive. There's not going to be as many companies, and since such a low percentage of companies as a whole are doing are putting forth a real effort in search engine optimization, it's going to be a lot easier to get to the first page in South Dakota, in small town South Dakota, than it is in a major city or major metro area. But despite that, our goal is to dominate, completely dominate for the first page of search results. So we're not just trying to get your website ranked. We are attempting to get multiple first page rankings, which is more than possible in a lot of cases, to get a page from your website ranked, a Google Plus profile ranked, an exact match microsite ranked, a social network profile on the first page, a YouTube video on the first page, as well as off-site content on the first page. So there are going to be some cases where instead of just having one organic search result, which might be like your website or something, we will be able to have 3, 4, 5, or 6 first page rankings. So pretty much almost the entire first page of Google for a particular keyword would be all content related to your company, your business. So that's our goal. That's what we set out to do for every keyword. And in some, we might only get the YouTube video and maybe the Google Plus profile, and it, your website might take a little bit longer, and some it might be only be your website, and that's it. And so it's going to vary from keyword to keyword, but our goal is to always get multiple web properties on the first page. So let's discuss microsites. exact match microsites can be very valuable. I want to show you just a couple of keywords here. Let's see, not that one. So Rochester home improvement, and then let's go here. Rochester bathroom remodeling. Okay, so if you notice the first page, this is page 1, and something to keep in mind is that the first page, or the first search result, gets about 45% of all clicks. Rochester home improvement is the keyword that I put in here, and if you notice on the first page, on the first search result, is an exact match domain. So Rochester home improvement is ranking on the first page, on the first search result of the first page for this keyword, Rochester home improvement. Rochester bathroom remodeling, same thing, a near exact match. Rochester bath is ranking number 1 for Rochester bath remodeling. So look, a domain name only costs a few dollars. WordPress is free. So really the only real investment is in the content. It's not a big deal. It doesn't take a lot of time to put up a website, to put up a simple, something that looks good, but a relatively simple WordPress website with quality content, and have it be exact match for all of your top level keywords. So if we decide that your top level keywords, there's 10 to 15 of them, depending on how many services, what you offer, and how much of that you offer. It's not a big deal to go out and buy 2 or 3 of those domain names on a monthly basis and set up a blog that is structured to capture leads, very much how we talked about, capturing email addresses on the first step. So we're going to set up blogs, exact match domains, and that's going to be one of the web properties which we are going to rank on the first page for particular keywords. So we're buying and creating an additional website on top of your website that we're also going to be optimizing in an effort to achieve multiple first page rankings, and then creating videos and content. So the goal is for us, again, to dominate search engines, and these microsites can be very, very powerful and a good avenue for that to happen. Now, it's important that the content that you develop for that microsite is of high quality, and that you're not just spamming or putting up a garbled mess, because Google is attempting to sort of they're giving these exact match domains less and less credit. So it has to be for the right keywords. We have to analyze the competition carefully and make sure that it's quality content that's highly relevant to the search query. Social signals and links. Look, nothing is fake or forced. We create high quality content, both via podcast or via, first it'll start with an article. That article could be turned into a podcast, which can also be turned into a video, which can also be turned into a PDF. And you'll see with this video that I'm creating, I have the PDF file, I have a video, and the video has audio. So I can syndicate that content through a variety of websites and have links pointing back to my site, while at the same time having the pages from these other websites ranking on the first page for some key words. So nothing is fake, nothing is forced. We're going out there, we're finding a relevant audience and building that relevant audience. A Google Plus profile has the potential to rank on the first page of search results. And one of the top ranking factors for that is, number one, reviews. Reviews, I'm not going to create fake reviews for you or for anybody, but we can put in a system in place in order to encourage your previous customers, or those people who you've done business with who have had a positive experience. We can encourage those positive reviews, and there's multiple programs available in which, you know, we can create a letter or something in order to encourage those people to leave you a review, because that is an important rank factor. But the other one is citations. So, you know, making sure that you're on Yellow Pages, Super Pages, on Thumbtack, on Manta, and these sorts of business listing directories, and making sure that all your information is congruent, because that Google Plus profile, has, oftentimes, let's see, it's going to be in one of these. Oftentimes that Google Plus profile is going to be on, like here, these are all Google Plus pages, as you can see. So JJ Construction, and this is just Rochester Construction Companies. So, you know, our goal is to get your website, potentially a video, potentially a Facebook profile, or, you know, some third party content that's related to your business from a third party. We're trying to get everything ranked on the first page here. LinkedIn, same thing. So in LinkedIn, we're doing some geo-targeted networking. So companies or businesses or people within companies and businesses, we want to reach out to these people and just sort of let them know about your business. Direct messaging to potential industry partners, and, you know, creating sort of conversations in that way. Creating a company page, so you have that exposure that is creating links back to your site, as well as sending out a social signal. YouTube, they have a pretty decent chance, if you know what you're doing and if you do it right, they have a pretty decent chance of ranking on the first page for even high competition keywords, especially if there's no other video. You have a pretty decent chance of being able, if you take the appropriate steps, you have a pretty decent chance of being able to get a YouTube video ranked on the first page. And it's not a big deal to create simple videos on your behalf. Of course, it's best if you're involved and you're actually creating videos for us or with us. But, you know, if you just want to do a simple slideshow, promotional with, you know, examples of your work, with a little bit of background music, that can be done, and we can take the appropriate steps in order to ensure that that video ranks on the first page of search results. A website like Pinterest, and of course this is going to depend on exactly what your niche is within the construction field or the contracting field. You know, if you're doing home remodeling, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, that's very visual. Okay, and Pinterest is a very visual website. So something that's important to know about Pinterest is that 60% of their users have an income of over $37,500, and over 50% have an income of over $50,000. This is by far the highest average income out of any social website. And it's a very visual website, so photos can be used in order to in order to just, you know, people just post photos, essentially photos and memes that are funny, but mostly, you know, for our purposes, we will be posting maybe a series of examples of bathroom remodels, that sort of thing, and people can sort of look and share the ones that they like. But not only are we doing that, we are going into the network and seeking out geo-targeted followers. So we're seeking out followers. We're seeking out people that are Pinterest users that are also in your local area and could potentially turn into customers. And this is on a weekly basis. We want your network to grow and grow and grow. Google takes notice of this. So not only is it potentially driving leads back to your website, this is going to help your website rise through the search engine rankings because you're active, you're involved in the community, and that's what Google is looking for. Facebook pages. Facebook pages have the potential to rank on the first page of search results. So as you can see here, for Rochester bathroom remodeling, this is a Facebook page. And as you can see, all they did, Rochester bath remodeling. So it's a very targeted, keyword-based Facebook page, which is achieving good rankings. I mean, one of the things, they only have 76 likes. We can certainly exceed that. So we're going to structure your Facebook pages. A Facebook page, of course, one for your business, but also one for each of the services that you offer. So if you do kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, we'll have your business name as a Facebook page. We'll have one similar to this, your city bath or bathroom remodeling, your city kitchen remodeling or kitchen remodeling ideas. And we're going to be promoting that page because, look, this isn't, depending on how you do it, this is just a page that I'm working on with my son, but I wanted to show you. And this literally took us a few minutes to set up. We have a couple of pages here, and this is just me showing my son, a little bit about online marketing. He's 13 years old, so we have a blog for these two pages. We're driving traffic and trying to just make a little bit of money from AdSense, from Google Ads. So it's just something. So so he starts getting his head around this online marketing thing. But as you can see, we're paying 7 cents per like on one page, 8 cents on the other. So we can grow your network. Your network on Facebook is going to continually grow. So not only does that Facebook page have a good chance of ranking on the first page of search results, we're also going to be pulling traffic from those Facebook pages and turning those fake Facebook visitors into leads, turning those fake Facebook visitors into new business for your business. Wow. Getting out there and branding. So not every, we're going to have a Facebook page which is branded to you, and then Facebook page about your services, which is brought to you, and the quote unquote brought to you by your company. Brought to you by, so yes, brought to you by your company. And in that page, the same content that we're sharing on Pinterest, the same content that we're sharing on your Google Plus profile, which is just images, that can be shared on your Facebook page. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of work, but something that I want to make clear, this is not that much work. I sit down for 3 or 4 hours. I can have multiple Facebook pages set up. I can have a LinkedIn profile, Google Plus profile, and I can have content scheduled to be published 3 times a day for a month and in a few hours. So it sounds like, there's going to be a lot that's happening, but I don't want you to think that, I'm going to be working 90 hours a day or 90 hours a week. I'm just doing this. We work intelligently in order to be able to offer you more and provide you quality results. Geo-targeted followers. So we are going to promote these pages in your local area, in your market area. We don't want just any follower. We want followers that have the potential of turning into customers, be it now or in the future. So yes, branded pages, interest pages. Moving along, I'm already running a little long. Twitter is great again, the same images that are shared on LinkedIn, the same images that are shared on Pinterest and Facebook, we can share on Twitter. As well as when we create a blog post, it can be shared on Pinterest, or it can be shared on Pinterest, Facebook. So this is what I mean. We're setting up a publishing platform. So when we do create content, we're spreading it all over the internet into these social networks, which are continually growing, in which your network within the networks are continually growing. All of them are geo-targeted. So, you know, month after month after month, you're going to be adding several hundred or several thousand people to that network, making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what Google is looking for. They want people who are involved, who are relevant, who are communicating with their audience. And that's exactly what we're setting up for you. Along the way, we are achieving first page rankings, and so we're going to be getting traffic from Google as well as the social networks. And that's not all. I mean, we really do a lot more. Tumblr, WordPress.com, Blogger, PDF sharing sites, podcast websites. These are all very safe ways for us to build links. Very safe. They're valuable links. They're very safe links, because the social networks are always going to be relevant, especially if we're doing things the right way, not being corny, not spamming, not trying to fool the search engines, because the way that we do it is very natural, and we're just putting forth a lot of effort through the social networks, as well as doing some other off-site things, creating blogs and doing these sorts of things, publishing content which is going to be valuable. But, you know, we're trying to capture leads along the way. We're trying to turn these followers into money, into leads, into new business. So hopefully that gives you 30 minutes. I'm sorry that this video was so long, but it's important that, you know, that I give you that overview, because it's this strategy is extremely powerful. Bottom line, we do more, and we can do more, because I'm not looking to have 1,000 companies working with me. I'm not trying to go out there and grab, you know, trying to have 1,000 different clients. I'm going to have a very small group of clients, and me and my team are going to focus intensely on this small group of clients in order for us to be able to provide outstanding results. And that's what this is about. Results. We define, by the way, we define results not by first page rankings. We define results by the amount of leads and the amount of new business that our marketing efforts are creating for you. The new opportunities that we're creating for you. Return on investment is our focus. More web traffic equals more leads. More leads equal more projects. That improves your bottom line. Thank you very much. I know this video was a bit long, but hopefully you found this information interesting, and you will get in touch with me very, very soon. You can contact us at constructormarketing.com. Thank you very much.